You never expect a one-night stand to chase you to the airport. Especially not when that one-night stand is 6 feet 3 inches, brooding, tatted, and smells like cinnamon whiskey and danger. It started the way bad decisions often do in a shitty bar downtown, after a week from hell. I was nursing my third gin and tonic, trying to forget my ex, my job, and the fact that my landlord had just decided to double my rent. That's when he walked in. Weston. God, even his name sounded like sex and trouble. He looked like someone who belonged on the cover of a steamy romance novel. Dark eyes, wicked smirk, leather jacket tight across his chest. The kind of guy who could ruin your life and make you say thank you. He slid into the stool next to mine without asking, and the first words out of his mouth were, "You look like someone who needs to forget." And maybe I did, because I followed him home that night. And what happened in that cramped motel room? It was chaos. Hands, teeth, heat, like something primal had taken over the both of us. It wasn't tender, it was desperate. I told myself it was just sex, that I'd wake up, sneak out, and never see him again. But it was the way he looked at me after, when I was wrapped in a towel, standing by the fogged-up mirror. Like I wasn't just another hookup. Like he saw something more. And that terrified me. So I ran. Didn't leave a note. Just packed my bag, booked the first flight out, and ghosted him like a coward. But fate, that bitch has a sick sense of humor. Because when I got to JFK the next morning, groggy, hoodie up, Starbucks and Honda was there, in front of gate 32A, looking like he hadn't slept. Eyes bloodshot, that same black hoodie, that same look, intense, unreadable. "What the hell, Eli?" he said. My chest tightened. "How did you even find me?" He didn't answer, just walked closer. The kind of slow, deliberate steps that make your heart race even when you're standing still. "I told myself it was just sex," I blurted. He stopped, looked me dead in the eye. "Then why did it feel like more?" I didn't have an answer, so I turned. But he grabbed my wrist gently, not like he was trying to trap me, like he was asking me to stay. "I don't do this," he said, voice low. "I don't chase." But I woke up and the bed was cold. And I realized I didn't even know your last name. That messed me up. I tried to keep my walls up. God knows I'd spent years building them. I'd been the guy who always ran before it got real. The one-night wonder. The emotionally unavailable expert. But this was different. Maybe it was the way his thumb brushed against my pulse point, or the crack in his voice when he whispered, "I can't stop thinking about you." Or maybe I was just tired of running. The boarding call came over the speaker. Final call. I looked at the gate, at him, back at the gate, and I made a choice. "I'm not ready for this," I said. He nodded. "Neither am I, but maybe we figure it out together." So we left. Together. Back into the city. Back into the unknown.
No promises. No guarantees.
Just two messed up guys trying to rewrite the ending. And it turns out, that's how real love starts. Messy. Unplanned. With a motel room and a mistake that might just be the best thing that ever happened to you. 2 weeks later, Weston made French toast like it was an Olympic sport. Shirtless, of course. Tattooed arms flexing as he flipped golden slices, humming under his breath. "You're distracting?" I muttered, scrolling through my emails on the couch. He smirked. "That's the point." And maybe that's what I'd been missing all along. Not just the heat, but the ease. The way he made coffee taste better. The way the mornings didn't feel so heavy anymore. We talked, really talked, about why he stopped trusting people after his mom bailed on him at 14. About my panic attacks in the middle of the night. About how we both used sex as armor, and how neither of us wanted to keep wearing it. Some nights we didn't even touch. Just lay in the dark, fingers barely brushing, breathing in sync. Some nights we did. And it was different every time, gentler, more intentional. Like we were learning each other's language, one sigh at a time. The world didn't magically get easier. I still had to find a new job. He still kept getting cryptic calls from a brother he refused to talk about. But we were in it. Together. Even when we fought. Especially when we fought. Because now we had something worth fighting for. 3 months later, it was raining again. Seems like every chapter of us started with rain. We were at his old place, boxing up what was left of his past. A broken lamp, a guitar missing 2 strings, a picture of him and his dad, back when things were less complicated. He held up the photo. "You sure about this?" I looked at him, really looked, and I realized I was. "Yeah," I said. "Let's get out of here." We got in his truck, put everything we owned in the back, drove across the bridge with no real destination, just music, laughter, and the quiet understanding that we were building something new, something real. And maybe it had started as a one-night stand, but standing at the edge of a new life, with Weston's fingers intertwined with mine, I knew this wasn't an ending. It was the beginning of us. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.